I'll take the white pieces. I hope you learned something this game. Grabbing center space and opening a line for your bishop. So, you've chosen a queen's pawn game. You have a pawn move that attacks the center. Correct. Good thinking. You found a break in the center of the board. I need to make this move first in order to develop my bishop. I like your last move a lot. Good job. It's important to recapture towards the center of the board for control. Good. You're developing your knight and attacking the center. This is a good time to develop a bishop. Fantastic. Developing your bishop. Okay, now I can castle. That opens up the scope of your bishop. Pieces are strongest when they're active and off their starting square. Do you see a piece that you can activate? That's it. 3 pieces developed already? Well done. My pawn kicks your bishop, forcing it away. Makes sense. Solid capture. Recapturing, of course. Now you can castle when the time is right. Your king is safer and your rook more active. The magic of castling. Do you see a good developing move to play? Perfect. You're building up your attack on my knight. Protecting my knight. Moving your queen to safety. My knight looks better on that square, I think. Avoiding the trade is a fun choice. What to do? Knights love to be away from the edge of the board and in the center of the action. This is just a small pawn move, but it improves my bishop a lot. One thing to practice. Before you make your move, stop and figure out my best reply. I'm making my piece more active. Time to get my bishop into the action. You're making my knight dance. I'm keeping my knight safe. Let's see what my rook can do. I'm jealous of your position. Material may be equal, but you have the advantage. I think my bishop will be better off on this square. An interesting offer. Just because we're making this trade doesn't mean I'm going to go easy on you. Taking back as you should. You're attacking my pawn. Can you add even more pressure? You've got it. Adding another attacker into the fold. You're playing some good attacking moves. I'm impressed. Two pawns facing each other in the trenches. That is the right way to attack the pawn chain. Let's see how this trade works out for me. Recapturing is sensible. Of course, I must take back. Your pawn is now isolated, without friendly pawns in the neighboring files. Think of a two-move combination that lifts your rook and gets someplace dangerous. Right you are. Lifting your rook and preparing to swing it over, an extremely strong idea. What are you up to? Defending my pawn. You're building up your attack on my pawn. There's a threat on the board. Do you see it? Excellent move. You'll come up on top after the dust settles. How dare you threaten my king? Of course, you take back. I'm keeping my rook safe. Find a way to win some initiative. Be aggressive. Don't worry about winning or losing this game. Just have fun. That's a patient, attacking move. This position is critical. Take your time. That's it. Good job. One of my pieces is nervous. Can you figure out which one? Exactly. Well, there goes my pawn. Your rook is mine! You captured my attacking rook. Good for you. What am I threatening to do? You forked me. Nicely spotted. My king dances out of the way. Nice capture. I'll use this game as an example of how to attack with rooks. Scan the board. Do you see something undefended? Right. You got my pawn. Good job. I have to defend my pawn. Sometimes it's hard to find long-range captures. Well done. Rook endgames are the most common type of endgame. Let's review this together afterwards. The king can be a powerful fighter in the endgame. It's good to get him active here. You play a tough game. I'm impressed. You have a strong advantage. Keep pressing. This move adds a defender to my passed pawn. A piece that can attack more squares is more powerful. Nice idea. I'll move my rook out of the way of my passed pawn. I hope my pawn can promote. If you keep playing, you'll start to see patterns and themes in your own games. You better stop my pawn before it becomes a queen. A passed pawn is a criminal which should be kept under lock and key. Now my rook isn't in the way of my passed pawn. When the game is over, let's review together in game review. That pawn is steadily gaining strength as it moves closer to queening. I'll push my passed pawn. How will I deal with this check? It's clearly time for my king to move. You checked me. My king must move out of check. A good long-range capture. How will I deal with this check? My king dances out of the way. You checked me. It's clearly time for my king to move. Winning a pawn would be nice. Good job, you avoided my threat. By the way, puzzles are a great way to train your pattern recognition. Check. As expected, you're moving your king out of the line of fire. It's great when you can put your rook on my second rank. You've got this. Rooks and pawns, a classic endgame setup. I'm not feeling great about my chances in this game. Can you see what I'm threatening? Checkmate is coming. Good for you. You've been playing wonderfully. You're playing a strong game. Keep pressing. My king is safe for now. I should resign, but I won't. You have an overwhelming advantage. Keep going. Keep going. Nice work. Well done. Let's go over this game together. Nice job outplaying your opponent in the endgame. Many players choose d4 because it can lead to reliable openings. Controlling the center with your pawn. This is the only good move. They exchange pieces of equal value. Their best option was to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. You get a chance to kick off a pawn storm. Great find. This was the only move that works. Black launches. You are threatening to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. Taking that pawn will win material for you after the follow-up trades. They missed the right idea here. Makes your life much easier. You captured that free pawn. You can win material through a fork with the nice fork. You'll be winning material. You want a pawn for free. You captured that free pawn. Your opponent's position went from bad to worse and is now losing. You captured a free pawn. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. You've wrapped up the game with a textbook ladder mate.